Hi friends, this is Gail O'Neill, and I teach stamping. I hope you enjoy. I'm going to show you one of the new things that are coming out. They're little scallop note cards and envelopes. So they come in these cute colors, and with this set I did a quickie, just stamp right on it, and you have a little note card to go. So you could do that with any of the sets. Think of a pretty butterfly on it. I love this set. So I am using a little bit of that tonight too. So I'll put this aside. Oh, I have no room anywhere. That's how bad it is here. Okay, I'll put this aside, and I'm going to show you a couple of the cards. I'm saving two other ones for the end, but here's one using some of the DSP, and not, you know, majorly coloring, just a little bit. And then I brought in the puppy dog. I forgot to do his boots though, so I'll have to go back and do that. But just simple. Use up some of that DSP. And I'll bring them back in again later. The other two I'm saving for the end. So I'm going to start out with this one. Let me get rid of my mouse. Hopefully I won't need it. Like, I won't lose you guys tonight. So again, some DSP, and I'm using the black and white dots. So I'm going to go ahead and put this part together. I don't even have a sample of this one. I'm just going for it. Okay, so I wanted to use this one with the flower again. Put him more towards the bottom. Oh, too much ink on it. Or I'm not going to totally glue it down because I'm going to have to restamp that. But I refilled that one today. So let me use this one. Look at that ink. Oy, oy, oy. And I was going to put a little hello there. Look how wet that is. Huh. Well, that's quite the tail, I'd say. You know what? I'll put it down with temporary, although it's not here. Okay, I'm just going to leave it. But the thought was, we're going to take this and then take a piece and tie a fake bow, because they're my favorite. Scissor. Okay, so that would go on there, and then this, if it was glued together, would have went right there. So it would just be, well, this needs to go lower anyway, a little bit lower. But I will restamp that one and put it together, and I will post it later. But just a quick no coloring card. It colors itself when you use too much ink. Okay. We gotta like those ones that color themselves, huh? And here's the other one with the butterflies. They're so pretty. Oh, and this one comes from, what's the name of the set? I have it right here. Perfect Parcel. Perfect Parcel. So it's got these two pieces and it makes a little package. There's also this cute. So I think you can do like shapes, but you can also cut it out at the same time. It fits right in there. So that's going to be fun to play with. But the only thing I did play with is that one die. Okay, so again, it's the same cow, which I need to clean off now because it is really, really bad. Oh, and I have to tell you, I'll see if I can do something with it, but this new cleaning pad, where did I put it? I didn't plan on showing it, but I did have it here. I'll see if it shows up, but the new cleaning pad is awesome. Awesome. I love it. Okay, so let's try and not, oh, see, that's how you lose stamps. I found one today that I had lost, and it was in my, like, little wipe that I clean up my glitter. I was so glad to find that. Okay. Yay, we got it stamped good. Okay, so what I did with that one, let me just bring out the markers. I used brown. So I used light soft suede and dark crumb cake. I hope. You never know with me. So I made his spots brown, and I just did a little bit, and I made the inside of his nose brown, but I didn't blend that because that's such a small area. And then I took the purple around the flower, so I did just quickly around there like that. And then took the light one. And I just find in the small areas you're not going to do as much blending. So that's when you can use the blend straight, or something like this you can even pull out your regular markers. And then I did the boots, and I didn't blend them either. I just colored them in. And the bottom, yeah, when you're going in small areas, it wants to bleed. See, it like bled up. So I can blend that a little bit. There, I blended. Okay, and then I did the hair purple, because we can have a purple cow. We can have any color cow we want. Seafoam, the dark seafoam for the leaves. Oh, I forgot his front hoofs. So let's go back and do his front hoofs. And we'll do them in the light. and the tail. And the only thing I didn't do was the inside of the flower. So for that one, I just grabbed dark pineapple punch. So I can put this one away. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and mount this. And I am going to close this so I don't get my hand in it. Wish I knew where I put that cleaning pad. It was here on my desk. Hope I did the right side, yeah. So you don't want to go all the way over because I am mounting it off to the side. And I just kind of centered it. And this is 5 1/4 by 4. We'll just put that right on the card base. So that's going to go there. This little guy is going to go right there. And we just have to do the butterfly. So remember, this is distinctive, so you don't want to, well, you never want to smash anyway, but that's the hardest thing for me to teach people that are stamping is don't squish into the ink pads. And then this I'm just going to put down normal, and the other one we're going to build up. I know they're here. Get a new package again. And close this. Okay, yowie. I don't know if I can hold it in that hand and do it in that hand. All right, we got to do something different because I can't do my left hand tonight. Come on, cooperate. Okay. So then that just goes down like that. So again, it's a very simple, and I didn't do the inside of that. And I do have some of these little guys to put on. I think I'll do one big one right there. I never seem to use the larger size. I actually wish they all came in the small size. I'd be a happier camper. So there's that one. Simple. Okay, so for the last one I'm doing is this one. Isn't it cute? And I think I did. So it's "You're utterly fantastic. Glad we're friends." And I didn't bother coloring the inside one. So let me show you how I did that. Okay, so the first thing is you stamp your little guys. So that's the one. And then stamp the other one. Okay, so then I pre-did these masks. And I did them on note paper instead of my other sticky paper, and I wish I would have done the other, because I had to like re-glue this. And now it's really stuck here. Oh, that's funny. So I used two-way glue to make a little bit more stick. And whenever you cut a mask, you really want to make sure that you're either on the line or just inside that line, so you don't get that halo around your image. Okay, so now the tails are good. Okay, so I'm going to start out with some mint macaron. And I'm going to not use glycerin. There should be some still on there, but we'll go nice and soft. Nah. And see, this is why I use glycerin, so that that doesn't happen. So, I may just pull it out. Let's try the other color and see. I still have to stamp some grass there. So mint macaron and some granny apple, ow, green. Okay, so where's that little grass piece? I'm going to go ahead and do some of that. So see how I'm going right over his boots? And his hoofs. Okay. See my fingerprints? All right, so let's see if I can Thank goodness part of it's on his face. So that's going to come off. I'll see what I can do in that spot, because anything is fixable. So then what I did, if you don't have something like this, you can use a Q-tip, but I have these things that somebody gave me years ago, and I think you sharpen them, and you're supposed to use them for one color, but I just kind of tried to blend in there a little bit. That spot. I wonder. This is that eraser. It's a sand eraser. If I can lighten it a little bit. And then the rest of it I can put a dot there. Okay, so now we're going to do the sky. So for the sky, I used Balmy Blue. And I'm getting out the glycerin. Okay. So I'm like purposely, I want it to be like cloudy. Okay, so then we can go ahead, take off our masks, because we'd be done with that. Oh, one little spot there. It's okay. That's why it's a handmade card. Okay, so the two browns again. Let's see how fast we can do this. And then I can show you my favorite. So this is the dark crumb cake. And then I did the nose in the soft suede. Oh, let's do his her. She's a her, not a his. Okay, so then for the rest of like the face and the udders, so this is light petal pink and dark petal pink. So I'm gonna do a little bit of dark. And then blend it in with that, with the light, and using the side of the brush point And sometimes I do have to get into a spot, so I'll use the very tip, but like right here in the udders. So funny. How you doing? Okay. And then we're going to go to the grays. Gray. So for the spots on this one, I use the light basic black. And inside the nose and the hair. The tail. Then the bottom of the boots. Ooh, look at that blend, like bleed right up. And then a little bit more in the hair. Forgot the hoofs again. Okay, so then I'm going to grab back, let's see, Pineapple Punch, and I'm just going to do light mango for the flower and not do any blending. That looks too close. Let's try the dark one. Betterer. And which green? I'll use this time the light Granny Apple for the leaves and the stem. So not a lot of blending. Now, what I did with this one, I'm not going to do it on this one, is I went around it in the light smoky slate. But I do want to show you something that I learned. So, but I went around it and then took the color lifter and kind of blended it out a little bit. So I'll do a little of it. But what I do want to show you is when you want a lighter color, and I don't know if you can see it, but I really colored him gray, and this one I did kind of brown. I kind of used some of the gray also. But what you're going to do is take your color lifter and just swipe it onto your gray. Make sure there's not too much on there, and then you can just blend it in. And if it gets too dark, I think I might want the other side. So as you're doing that, you're going to go over it as it's coming off of it, so, and turn your marker, so you're blending it. So if you can see that, because if I were to, well, this is watercolor paper, that I was doing with watercolor. If I were to go straight with this, it's that. So that's just a way of making it much lighter. And you can do the same with any colors that you're doing. If you need like an in-between color, even your blues, you can take, you know, your light blue onto the darker blue to get a lighter shade. So, and what I was saying before about going around it. So I just took and So I could have showed you that way. But you see how dark that is? And then you can just go back and give that shadow. And what that does, it just makes what you've just colored pop more. So this is actually, instead of finishing that one, this is it. And the inside. So I'll put that aside and make sure this is like just like you would your blender pen. Just clean it off a little so that the next time you go to use it, like now that I started doing this, I'm going to get a couple extras so I have them. I think also you could probably keep a little bit of alcohol, you know, with you on the, you know, on the side and clean it off, use that. So let me move all this. And I'll bring everything back. I don't want to lose that, so I'm going to stick it right there. Oh, I got to show you my favorite cards. Okay, so here, you can't see that one yet. So here's this one I did, bringing in the pig. Look how cute he is. And I put Winka Stella. And I just couldn't decide yet what to stamp on it. That's what that other stamp was. Let me see. Let Your Dreams Soar, because that one's dreaming. So I'm not sure what I want to stamp on there yet and what I'm going to put on the inside, but I just love how that came out. And that was the same thing doing the trees, and what I did with that too, to get that grassier look. So I masked him off and stamped this one, and then I turned it over, and because you see on the bottom, if you can see it, it's like grassier looking. So I just stamped the edges of it to make it more grassy, and I might go over the other one and do that too. Might be a way of fixing that splotch. I'll find out when I play. So that was that one. And then this is my absolute favorite. Ready? Ta-da! So, oh, except I look at that. Two of them fell off. Let's see. Where'd they go? I'll use a couple of these frosted ones. I can't believe two fell off. I'll probably step on it. So that's a new one coming out. It's going to be exciting to be playing with that. I think you can dress this up so much. There's another piece that'll cut it around. It's going to be so nice. So that's that one. I'll kind of bring this one out. Kind of. Wonder if I can cover that up. And then that one. Cover that up. So there they are for tonight. Thanks for joining me, and I will see you on Wednesday with, you know, my motto. I don't know what, but it'll be something. So I'll see you then. Good night.